Hey everybody, and welcome back to Reddit Recount. Today we're going to be going over some Reddit stories about relationships. Now, I've been in a relationship, so I'm pretty qualified to talk about this stuff. We're back with another Reddit rectal exam. We're going to be going through some relationship Reddits today and evaluating some of the stories on there. First, I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Blood. I'm actually having a cup right now.
Actually, it's Blood Light.
My 39 male wife, 38 female, admitted that she planned our supposed surprise pregnancy, and I don't know how to feel. This is a compilation on a subreddit called Best of Redditor Updates. Originally, it was posted on our relationship advice.
There's a trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Child abandonment, neglect. Don't fucking laugh at that. This is a real person. Okay, so let's start with the original post. I typed all this out and Reddit ate it, so I'm going to give the short version this time.
What do you mean Reddit ate it?
My wife and I started dating in 2015 and dated for 3 years. In early 2018, I started feeling like we were drifting apart and that the relationship was reaching its natural conclusion, and I ended the relationship. Less than a month later, she told me she found out she was pregnant. At the time, it was presented like an accidental pregnancy, and that was the story that I believed. Our son was born in 2018, and we got married in May of last year. We have a pretty happy marriage overall. I will say right now that I am more the hands-on parent and more involved, but I've never had any reason to doubt that my wife loves our son. I just always wanted to be a dad and have kids, and she never saw it in her life plan, another part of why I felt things weren't going to work, especially because I really prioritized having a family. The dynamic does work for us, and like I said, I never had any reason to suspect that she didn't love our son or enjoy being a mom. Basically, this came to pass because I was talking about having a second child. I'm one of 8, 3 full siblings, 4 much younger half-siblings. Holy fuck. I mean, I know I'm saying that, but... And I always wanted to have at least 2 or 3 kids, which my wife knows, so I brought up having more kids because we're getting older, and our son is old enough now that it seems like a possibility. After dismissing me for several days, today my wife admitted that she actually planned her pregnancy with our son, but that she didn't really want the baby at all. She just wanted to keep me around and knew that if she was pregnant, I wouldn't break up with her, but she planned it just so I would stay with her. And she doesn't actually enjoy having them. She just wanted to be with me. This hurt and upset me a lot, and I honestly don't know how to feel. On one hand, I feel like, well, everyone got what they wanted, so it's fine, right? But at the same time, I feel like I've been lied to for years, and the fact that my wife admitted to not enjoying our son is weighing on my heart. Jesus Christ, that's dark.
That's what you wanted to start with?
Well, in particular, I picked this one because it's something that I feel like I have experience with. Not necessarily like parents that don't like their kids, but ones that just have kids to stay together.
And all of that just sucks.
Yeah, and there's no way that it's not gonna come back to the kid. There's no way that they're not gonna notice that their parent doesn't like them or like being around them.
The husband likes the kid, right?
And wants to have more kids. Now they're both happy in the marriage, whereas before he was kind of like iffy on it.
I would be unhappy with you as a person forever after finding that out, I think.
Yeah, because now you know that like it was all a lie. Like my relationship up to this point, you did this just so we would stay together. I mean, you're a manipulator at best. I wouldn't fault the guy for leaving her. I mean, that's foundation shaking.
Well, like what foundation does it have? If it's built on a lie.
That's facts. That's facts. I feel like it solely depends on how he takes it. Because, like, his feelings are obviously totally valid. If they wanted to rebuild from here, of course, that's fine. But you do have to rebuild because there was a lie.
I really don't know what to say about this other than just that sucks, and I don't want the child around the mother if she really doesn't like the child.
I don't know. Is it worse to have the child around a mom that's not really a fan of it, but she's still providing support? Because from what he doesn't say that up to this point, at least, that she's like not taking care of them or not invested in them. Although I guess that would probably be a natural byproduct, but he doesn't mention anything like that.
This is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is.
If he truly feels like he can't continue, then he shouldn't, because he can't force a relationship, I don't think.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it is actually what he wants, despite the circumstances, he shouldn't let people on the internet force him another way than what he wants to do.
Well, I get a little bit, he's looking for like validation. That's why people go to these subreddits.
Yeah. Or it's just a good story someone came up with in their basement.
Yeah. But I mean, this shit happens. This shit absolutely happens.
Tony Stark wrote this subreddit in a cave.
For a box of chicken nuggets. So let's read some of the comments. They've compiled some of the relevant comments on Best of Redditor updates. So thank you very much, you/Direct Caterpillar 77 for doing that. Let's see, from Al Raqua. This is one of the worst things she could have done. She used an innocent baby's life to manipulate you instead of accepting that you weren't meant to be and move on. And even now, she doesn't really see anything wrong with it. Time to put all plans on hold and go to individual and couples counseling. Chances are high that you won't get over this. Your poor son. If she's like bringing it up that casually and just doesn't care, that would definitely break my little heart. And then the original poster replied, I'm so sad for him, man, like unfathomably sad. I hope he never ever finds out that's how his mom feels. I'm sure everybody feels this way, but he's just the best kid in the world and I love him so much. I just don't know how to cope with this. The hardest part is just the heaviness of knowing that she just sees him as means to have gotten something she wanted and doesn't share this bond and love. God damn.
I kind of just want to tap out.
Yeah, you're abstaining from this one?
I'm a fundamental believer that the truth should always come out eventually.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, usually it will.
Yeah.
Not always, but usually it will.
And it should be from you, because otherwise it's going to be from other means. But also, how do you tell a kid that?
Yeah, I don't think you should tell the kid that. I think that would really fuck him up. Like,
but then are we contradicting ourselves? Because earlier we said if the dad's a piece of crap, we should tell the child that.
Yeah, I guess the only thing there is like, is the kid going to be worse off for knowing this?
But like, how do you tell a child that like the only reason they exist is because of this?
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's a lot different. Like if your dad's a piece of shit outside of
your relationship with them.
Yeah. Versus like this is directly tied into your self-worth. I don't know. This one to me is harder.
Oh, I know. Show him the Pokemon first movie.
Show him Pokemon the first movie.
Yeah, you know, where Mewtwo at the end, like, you know, the circumstances of birth are irrelevant. That's the word.
I thought you were just joking.
No, I was having a stroke.
Oh, that's what this is about. Okay, let's look at an update. I sat down and had a conversation with her about things she'd said and wanted to make sure of where they were coming from and offer her support if she felt she was struggling. Ultimately, while she decided to go to therapy to work through these issues, what she said on the outset about initially stopping birth control and then regretting it was true, and that she'd been struggling for 2 years with these things. I told her that if she couldn't picture herself being a mom anymore, or felt that the best thing to do was to step away, I would support her. So ultimately, we decided to separate, and my son is staying with me. I think that's
the best possible.
Yeah, that's the best outcome. They talked about it.
She probably wasn't in the right mind to be a mother or wife.
Certainly not if you're willing to abuse that to get with your husband. It seems like she's matured a lot since then if she came to this decision.
Man, I'm so glad John Reddit threw us a lifeline on this.
Yeah. She may find her position changing with therapy, and if that's the case, I support her. But ultimately, there's a lot of things that are happening, a lot of things that don't sit right with me, and yes, I feel hurt and extremely betrayed. So right now, the separation feels like the best possible option. It's been 5 days now, and overall, things are okay. What actually gets me is that our son hasn't even asked where she is, and she hasn't called to check on him, and that makes me really sad. Damn. So I guess she really was probably kind of absent to begin with. I hope she finds what she's looking for in the world.
Yeah. Hope they find a new one.
A new kid?
No, a new mom.
See, that would really be the ultimate outcome. You just give the kid to somebody else and then have a kid that you do like. Okay. Let's go to a happier one. I was going to save this one for the end, but I'm just bummed out. Oh, wait, no, that's a sad one. Hold on.
I like how we're just reading all these horrible stories while I'm just like covered in blood.
It's because we sick you after the Redditors after, like the ones that we determine are the asshole. Am I the asshole for being annoyed at my girlfriend for getting lingerie for my present? So the reason I picked this one is because initially I thought this was like a repost of one that they did read on Reddit stories on Smosh. This was posted when I picked you up from your house. This is like brand new today.
Oh, okay. So we can get the jump on it.
We're breaking the news on this one. I just think it's funny that this has happened more than once. Initial thoughts off reading the title. I would jump you damn bones.
What?
If you gave me lingerie, I would jump your damn bones. Like whether or not it was for me to wear, for you to wear, I would jump your damn bones.
If I gave you lingerie?
Oh, I, 26 male, have been with my girlfriend, 26 female, for 3 years now, and my birthday was yesterday. She had a huge big surprise planned for me for my birthday, which I was excited about. She's always been pretty considerate with gifts and is a thoughtful person in general, so I thought I'd like whatever she got me. We went out for a romantic meal, and when we got back, she told me to lay on the bed while she left the room. When she came back, she was wearing a lingerie set I haven't seen before. and she looked amazing. Okay, so what's the problem? He liked it. Like, he liked it. He's like, all right, let's go. I complimented her and she repeated this with 2 other sets. She's incredibly hot, so of course I was loving it. After the 3rd time, we had really good sex. When it was done, she asked me how I liked my presents. I was a bit confused, and then I asked, the lingerie? She said, yeah, that she'd gone to the store and taken ages to pick it out and model it for me. I told her that although she looked great and I appreciated it, it was kind of more of a present for her than me. She'd get to keep them and wear them when she wanted. Well, yeah, for you! Like, for you! Not just like, so she looks good, but so she's like more confident, so she can fuck you! God, I hate Redditors.
Maybe he wanted V-Bucks.
This is like the ultimate Wait, why are you talking about V-Bucks?
Well, I mean, he's probably a gamer or something.
I get a little bit, like, if it hadn't landed, like, if he was like, oh, like, that's cool, but, you know, I don't really care that much about lingerie, but
I'm trying to think
he thought she looked great in it.
Okay, but he clearly wants something else. It's, like, physical, so I'm trying to think of what he would want. Maybe, you know, you said this was current. Maybe he wants to stockpile V-Bucks before the price change.
So you think she should have gone to the store and told him to lay in bed? She comes out. Instead, she has like lingerie made out of the fucking V-Buck cards.
That would probably make this guy go.
These were at the original price, by the way. She looked upset and called me ungrateful, saying she'd really tried to do something different. I told her I was sorry and thanked her, but was just surprised and confused. She went to sleep after this, and this morning had clearly been upset and was distant. I also noticed that she shoved the laundry away in a drawer, meaning I feel kind of bad. Am I the asshole here and should apologize, or what I justified? Whether or not you're the asshole, you should apologize. But clearly you are the asshole.
So I've never really been in a relationship, nor do I engage
in sexual activity.
No, yeah. But I kind of look at this like someone gives you an experience for your birthday, like you go to the zoo or something.
Yeah. And then
like,
I get the feeling of being disappointed if you're not really into that experience. But he was like clapping like a fucking seal, man.
Yeah, it's like if I went to the zoo and I was just like totally having a great time, and then I'm like, but I really wanted some V-Bucks, so I would be the asshole. So I say you're the asshole. That's
like a genuine like feeling you can have, but expressing that to someone, especially about something that intimate, I just don't think is necessary. Let's look at the comments, because I feel like, damn, you're like a majestic lion. Bathing in the blood of your kill. Well, sorry, lionesses are the ones that hunt. What, are they not your size or something?
See, when I first saw the title, I thought it was like lingerie for him because she wanted him to wear that.
Yeah. Well, see, then I guess that's kind of a flaw in my logic, though. Because I think if she bought lingerie for him, that would still be fine. But by my logic, it's a gift for the other person by dressing up sexy.
Healthy communication in a couple? We don't do that here.
I mean, that's the thing. It just depends. When you said you went out for a romantic meal, who organized and who paid? Was this also in part of her gift to you? Sounds like she put in a lot of effort. I forgot about, yeah, he went to dinner with her as well.
She should get that lingerie and take it to someone who really appreciates it.
Anyway, Bledge's phone number's on screen right now.
No.
This one's extra complicated. This is from r/offmychest. I introduced my boyfriend to my lesbian friend, and now they're together. I still don't know how to process it. I just need to vent because this situation has been living in my head rent-free, and I genuinely don't know what to make of it. While we were together, I introduced him to one of my university friends. My friend is a lesbian, but uses he, him pronouns. At the time, I thought it was great, and they got along, because I like when the people in my life can connect with each other. But over time, they started getting really close. Close enough that it started making me uncomfortable. The way they interacted just felt off to me. Eventually, I realized they seemed to like each other. That's when I decided to break up with my boyfriend because I felt like something was going on and I didn't want to stay in a relationship where I felt like the third person. Now they're actually together, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole situation. After the breakup, I also noticed some things online that made me feel even more confusing. My ex changed his pronouns on Discord from he, him to they, them. And on X, he reposts a lot of LGBTQ related content now, especially things about being gay. When we were together, he always identified as straight, so now my brain keeps replaying everything and trying to understand what actually happened. Part of me wonders if he was already questioning things and just didn't realize it yet. Another part of me keeps going back to the timeline in my head and thinking about how everything seemed to change after they became close. I don't want to sound like I'm blaming my friend or judging anyone's identity because that's not my intention. I know people can discover new things about themselves, but emotionally it still hurts and makes me question a lot about the relationship and whether I somehow wasn't enough. Yeah, no, that's definitely not the issue.
This happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, whether or not they were cheating beforehand.
That's what would make it wrong or not.
Yeah, I'm one to suspect that they probably were. It seems like OP made the right decision. I hope that they come to understand that none of this was their fault. I mean, it just seems like they got too close and ruined everything. OMG, girl, you got JoJo Siwa. What the fuck?
JoJo Siwa's straight now.
Was outspokenly a lesbian, cheated on her girlfriend with a dude she met on a reality show. She's now with the dude.
I don't think JoJo Siwa matters too much for this.
No, it doesn't. I kind of wanted to bring this up because people were mentioning a different Reddit story in the comments of some of the old videos that they thought had like a weird conservative agenda. The basic premise of it was a lesbian girl with cancer falls in love with a man who stayed by their side like throughout their cancer journey. And at the end of it all, she gets over the cancer and ends up like getting with him. Yeah, there were some like logical consistencies that people pointed out in the story to show that it was likely fake and that it was likely written with an agenda. I didn't directly want to talk about it because I am of the opinion that whatever your labels may be, I think that for some people, like they will have an exception to whatever they feel. Like there are people out there that are like totally straight and they will fall in love with somebody that's of the same gender. Like, and that's like the only person that works for just whatever it is, they're attracted to them romantically or sexually. And that's just how it works for them. I think it's bad to put people in a box like that. At the same time, that story was probably written with the intent of being like, oh yeah, I'm gator.
Yeah, I think if somebody identifies as gay and then gets into a straight relationship, that's not gay being disproven. That's just them learning more about themselves.
And it doesn't indicate anything about your prior relationships, like that they're less valid. It's not like he learned he was gay from not liking her, from her not supporting him enough. It's just something that he discovered about himself. It's 0% OP's fault.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
So let's do this as the wild card because this one's funny. My dad likes to put messy stuff on my bed. Am I overreacting? And the pictures, it just looks like he pissed all over it, but it's like an ice tray that he just like left out.
SpaghettiOs.
It's an empty can of SpaghettiOs. It's like, it's not even like spilled. It's just empty and set on the bed.
Like, remember in SpongeBob, there's that weird wet thing next to Squid? Yeah. That's what I was thinking about.
Can I just say how fucked up it is you recognize the SpaghettiOs can from the back? Like, it doesn't even have the logo on it. You just knew.
It's SpaghettiOs.
I know!
There's no way a human actually does this, right? This has got to be bull.
Well, let's see. The first time it was half a can of SpaghettiOs that I hadn't finished pouring. I like to microwave them half at a time because I feel like it just warms better. I turn around to get the other half and my can is missing. My dad is in the kitchen, so I asked if he had thrown it away. He said, no, I didn't throw it away. I didn't believe him. The reasons being he likes to throw away and hide my stuff? What the hell?
His dad is a poltergeist.
Your dad behaves like a dog. He said, no, I didn't throw it away. I didn't believe him. The reasons being he likes to throw away and hide my stuff. I checked the trash, not there. I asked him again. He repeated himself, but puts extra emphasis on a word this time. I said I didn't throw it away. I was exasperated and irritated at this point. I checked my room, immediately see it sitting on my bed. What a fucking psycho. If it was like a punishment to point out like that they were leaving stuff out, I might get it if they were being really, really forgetful, but they were actively fixing their lunch for the first thing. What the fuck? And like, if you leave an ice tray out, nothing's gonna happen. It's just gonna melt. You put it back in the freezer. I like this comment. Not overreacting. Your dad's an asshole. Move out. I'm working on it, actually, waiting to hear back from my apartment. He has 7 other children he could do that to, but it's only ever me whose stuff he moves. Which specific 9891 says, my father played jokes like this. They were never jokes. My father was just a very abusive, horrible, sadistic man who got off on cruelty.
Is he doing this to punish him, or is he just messing with him?
I mean, the SpaghettiOs thing is clearly just them fucking with him. All right, let's go to a Reddit couple that ended horrible.
Uh-oh.
This is from r/ask men advice. I don't know if this is asking like men for advice or if men ask for advice.
I think it's to ask men.
I'm a 25-year-old male. Girlfriend, 23 female, asked to open our relationship. Am I overreacting by wanting to break up over this request?
No.
No, just by introducing it, you've already caused like a problem if you're not on the same page. Nothing wrong with wanting to be in one, I don't think. I don't think there's a problem with it. There are people that can make it work. However, clearly this guy's already having second thoughts, and in a lot of situations, people will bring this up because they're already cheating. They feel guilty about it and they need a way to make it okay. The way she framed it was very calm and modern. She said it wasn't about loving me less, just about not wanting to feel restricted and wanting to explore experiences while we're still young. I don't think she's a bad person for bringing it up, but I certainly wouldn't stay in a relationship that I can't have full confidence in. And I know that you at least have considered that you might want this to the point where you'll bring it to me.
Yeah. The worst case for this, I think, is like trying to make it work when it's just not something that'll work for him.
Yeah.
Because then you have a thing that just goes on for so long and it's going to be so much harder to get over and you're going to lose a lot of your life to it.
Yep. It's hard not to interpret that as a lack of real attraction. If someone is genuinely into you, the instinct usually isn't to go looking for additional options. It may just genuinely be that she's like, I don't know, not whole up for the whole monogamy thing, which if that's the case, you should break up. Some people just want to experience more. Like it's more like an addition as opposed to like a replacement.
I'm probably just going to come off as an asshole for this, but I really don't like the polyamory thing.
I don't think it works for 99.9% of people. It opens the door for you to hurt people like a lot. I'd be willing to bet that happens more often than not.
I mean,
I just don't want to condemn it because it's like, who the fuck cares? Like, do what you want to do.
Yeah, no, I don't want to condemn it, but at the same time, I want no part of it myself.
Yeah. My ex-wife asked me this and then cheated on me. Likely she already has a guy or two lined up.
Ooh, I mean, that is a possibility where it's like, ooh, let's just see if we can make this work.
Yeah. See, this is the kind of shit that I don't like because I think it, like that, they'll have negative associations with this person, even though it doesn't necessarily mean anything. This comment says, unfortunately, she's already either cheated on you or she's got a guy she wants to bang. Sorry, dude. Like, maybe. I mean, maybe even probably. But I don't know. I feel like it's fucked up to tell somebody that when you don't have 100% confirmation. Oh, there's a subreddit that we should check out at some point. Probably not this episode because it would go for way too long. But it's called r/cake eaters. It's based off the expression, you can have your cake and eat it too. It's a subreddit for people who are cheating on their wife or partner, usually wife, serially. And they also want to maintain their relationship. They're like, how do you guys keep up like the facade? How do you guys like manipulate your wives for months and months? I'm trying to figure out how to make that work for me.
I'm honestly relieved because when you said cake eaters, I was imagining something else.
Ass eating. Oh. No. Why would I ask to go on the ass eating?
I don't know. I don't know why you do half the things you do.
Let's end it on this one because this one's lighthearted, but I don't know. It's just kind of stupid. Am I the asshole? My 44 male fiance filled our house with pink pillows despite knowing I hate the color and now says my opinion no longer matters. I, 44 male, am a pretty simple guy. I don't try and make my bedroom this grandiose thing. My style choice is making the bed so it looks nice and simple with no extra fluff or decorative pillows. When my fiance, 43 female, and I moved in together, she started putting some blue decorative pillows on the bed. I have to admit, it wasn't bad. She asked me how I felt about it, and I told her honestly that I liked the changes. She then asked, what about pink pillows? I said no. There are only really two colors that I don't like as decor, pink and yellow. Pink because I've just never been a fan of that shade, and yellow because it triggers a very bad childhood memory for me. Okay. Sorry. Freddy Freaker, get the fuck out of here. Don't do that.
I didn't mean to.
What the fuck just happened? What are you doing?
He's yellow. No, I'm sorry, guy, but the thought of Freddy Freaker triggering your trauma makes me laugh.
I definitely can't put that in. You're talking directly to him. Okay, the issue a few weeks ago, she bought a bunch of pink pillows for the bedroom and living room. It bothered me to no end. I figured I'd try to just get used to it, so I decided not to bring it up. Lately, I haven't been hanging out in the living room or the bedroom like I used to. Instead, I've been retreating to the only room in the house that isn't completely turning pink, the garage, which we semi-converted into a second living room. It still has 2 pink pillows, but that beats the 6 in the main living room and the 4 in the bedroom. This guy's avoiding his living room because he doesn't like the pillows on his couch. It's just like...
Just talk to her.
What fucking passive-aggressive loser won't go into his own living room because he doesn't like the color of his furniture?
I don't know.
That's so stupid.
This is one of my biggest pet peeves, where someone is so conflict avoidant that they will just live in their garage opposed to...
You're making your life worse for no reason just because you don't want to talk to your wife. We've been getting into fights almost every weekend lately. I will say or do something stupid and she'll go off on me, saying things like, "You don't let me be a person." Because of this, I've been trying really, really hard to hold my tongue when I have issues with her and just be supportive. What do you mean say or do something stupid? Every weekend? Yesterday, she noticed my withdrawal to the garage and explicitly asked for my opinion on the new decor. Because she asked directly, I didn't feel like lying. I told her the truth. I hate the pink in the living room and the bedroom. She went off on me again, repeating that I am not letting her be a person, and explicitly told me that she has decided my opinion no longer matters. Okay, well, that's fucking stupid. And he also didn't bring it to her up until this, like, breaking point.
Yeah, like I said, the whole conflict avoidant thing really...
It'll ruin your life. Everyone sucks here. She shouldn't have tried to bulldoze you and make decisions about decor unilaterally. Well, like, it depends how much of this conversation happens in their house. They had the original conversation 3 years ago. Who knows if they're even still talking about it that regularly. He says they do make references to it sometimes, but it may just not be in the forefront of her mind.
I feel like if he hates pink enough to withdraw to the garage, she probably knew that he wasn't going to like it.
Maybe.
We can't know that for sure, but I feel like...
She does ask why he's, like, not doing it. If she's being honest with that line of questioning, then she may just genuinely not understand. You, on the other hand, 6 pink pillows on a sofa is enough to make you not want to sit in a room? Are you serious? Do you even like each other? No, I don't think they do.
Wait, is that all it is?
All he mentions are the pillows. Seems like that's just one issue of many that they're having. You should divorce.
5010403.
Stop! You're staring at him.
5010403. Freddy Freaker. He's yellow. Kind of forgot my hands were this bloody.